Alright, so the rant talks. Topic is the topic for today. Is Pop Smoke. R.I.P. Pop Smoke. You know what I mean? Was murdered at the tender age of 20 years old in a home invasion. Wow, where should I start? First and foremost, let's give details about the murder. It was stated at first that two armed men came into the house, shot him, and they fled the scene on foot. He wasn't dead on arrival. He was in critical condition. The police, ambulance, and firefighters, either one of the other. They came around 5 to 6 minutes later. He was transported to the Cyanide Medical Center. I think that's how it's pronounced or such, but something of that sort. I think the hospital has the name is similar, and he was pronounced dead a couple hours later. And let it be known that this is the same hospital that Biggie and a few amount of celebrities. This was the hospital where they took their last breath. Wow. First and foremost, this really hurt me a lot because this was like one of the only few new school rappers. I think the only new school rapper of recent that I fucked with. You know what I mean? As it relates to the new school sound. He has a UK drill, New York sound. Like, you can just hear it in his voice and his flow. And yeah, you know what I mean? You can say I'm even lost for words in a sense still. I liked his style. I just like that he stayed in his lane and just mastered his own style, and he did it very greatly. He had your hype song, your smoking song, the stripper. He just had different songs for different moods, and his style was just He was just great. I just loved his style, and he just stayed in his own lane. He never went as far as saying he's the most lyrical rapper, like most new school rappers aren't, but he definitely had a vibe. You know what I mean? It was just something different to him when you listen to his songs. And I liked it. You know what I mean? Not everything has to be a fucking J. Cole song and all lyrical and such. Like, hey, if I can just get a vibe from the song, it's cool. You know what I mean? I have different artists for different reasons why I listen to them. And, yeah, you know what I mean? I was just bumping Meet the Woo Volume 2. My song I was really kicking was Dreaming. I like listening to albums, especially hip-hop, rap, when I'm high. Honestly, it just gives a different feeling. I think I listen to this song more deeper compared to when I'm sober. You know what I mean? I think when I'm more sober, I'm more to listen to a couple seconds or first minute, and if I don't like it, I'll come off. But when I'm high, I'll go as far, fuck it, let me listen to everything. I'm paying attention to the beat, the snares, the words. It's just it's like a magnifying glass when I'm listening to music when I'm high. I swear, you see different things. Not saying I don't have to depend on a fucking high to listen to music, but it helps as it relates to the aura of it. And I was telling myself I'm gonna listen to the rest of this tape when I get my smoke session up, and not too long after he was murdered. A lot of speculations are being said about the murder. He accidentally posted and deleted it shortly after his address as it relates to where he was staying on a present that he had received. His brother as well, they had taken some pictures, which was his last pictures he had taken while alive. And you could see a glimpse of the house number of where he was staying at the time. And his brother was posting the stacks of money. And everybody, social media has dumbed down people so much. The more I grow up is the more I understand why a lot of older folks look down on our generation. I'm not saying that their generation didn't have its ups and downs. I mean, their generation is the king and queens as it relates to serial killers. But I can understand why they look down on our generation, because it's a lot of dumbass people in our generation, young ones too, retarded, dumb. I would go as far as to say probably 75 to 85% of them dumb. especially the ones who on social media almost all the time. Dumb. Especially the females, dumb. Straight up. So I can understand why they look down on it. Because I look down on it too, for the most part. And the main reason is because it has so much potential. We have so much potential to be bigger persons in this life. Like all of us working together, networking, but we rather just compete and be jealous and be conceited. Like, you know, there's so much I could say, but that will be our next video. And everybody wants to play Master Sleuth. Everybody wants to play Miss Nancy Drew, Miss Hardy Boys, and they want to give their views of what really happened, like they were fucking there. You know, everybody saying that, okay, because he put his address up, that means automatically that some jackers saw his IG story, saw the location as it relates to where he is, with the house that he was staying at, which wasn't his house, it was an Airbnb. Even the person that went through the whole process of getting in the house had spoken out about the whole murder. She gave out her condolences. And yeah, everybody stating that, you know, some jackers saw the IG story, you know, they saw the address, they went and robbed him. But the key thing about this, and it goes to show that a lot of people don't read in this generation, they have a very short attention span. Not all everybody, I'm not generalizing with this, but majority. Nowhere in the story it stated that he was robbed. It only stated that they broke in and shot him. So when I heard this, you know, the first thing that came to my mind was, this was a targeted hit. It's either that, or if they make further investigation and find out that because it just happened, things are, you know, things will come to fruition as it relates to what actually happened. If he was robbed, is a good chance, yes, they saw the IG story or they got his location and they robbed him. But if they didn't take anything, is a good chance this was a targeted hit. Now, as developments come through, we are seeing that it wasn't 2 men, actually, it was actually 4. And this could have been a targeted hit. A lot of people don't even want to. Only one person has stated this. And during his whole talk as it relates to losing his friend, shout out to Fetty Luciano, he's a Crip. A lot of people don't want to bring up, but Pop Smoke is a Crip. And if you know anything about gangs, and this is why it's good to have knowledge. This is why it's good to read and learn things. Even though it might not seem like it relates to you or it has nothing to do with you, you never know how key that information is to you in the future. Pop Smoke is Crip. If you know anything about the Crip culture or the gangs in LA compared to New York, they don't get along. There's tension. There's always that, hey, you know, we started this, I started that. Jack each other's style. Who start what? They don't have the best. I'm not saying it's all Crips from both coasts, but you have Crips that don't have the best relationship with the ones from the East Coast, and the East Coast not having the best relationship with the ones from the West Coast. So who's to know if they got his location and they're like, you know, we don't even fuck with him. You know, he's from New York. He's a Crip from New York. We don't even fuck. We know, you know what I mean? We just pull up right here and just kill him. Who knows if that's the case? If that's the case. Who knows? Everybody's so quick to say, bad mind, bad mind, bad mind. Wake up, you're too bad mind. Bad mind, jealousy, envy, fuckery. Everybody quick to jump on about that. When that doesn't happen, I'm not saying that isn't the case, but it doesn't have to be the case. I remember when X was murdered, everybody was talking about this soldier kid. All because he had a mask in the back of his car and he had a picture of it. And he was driving, on his IG story, he was driving near the crime scene of when it actually happened with X's murder. Everybody was screaming, he was the killer, he was the killer. Everybody was tagging his name in certain posts with X's murder. And then when things came across, it was brought to the attention that he wasn't the killer. He had nothing to do with XXXTentacion's killing. And the guy even made a video that he was so disappointed, like he's having so many death threats and this. He says he deserves an apology, which he did deserve. We're living in a time where people just believe everything they see on social media. I don't go by social media because if you even look on social media, if anything, females run social media, if anything. The socialization, the gossiping shit, yeah, females run that. I don't care about the social media. I care about logic, facts. That's what I want to run. Fuck everything else. So everybody's on social media and stating that, and then not only females run social media, bitch niggas run on it as well. Feminine niggas. And how I know the realest niggas I know aren't really on social media. That's a fact. That's a fact. Even President Trump is on social media a lot. That tells you everything you need to know. So, going back, everybody wants to play Miss Hardy Boy, Nancy Drew, who did this, who did that. Look, give it time. The police are doing their work. The truth will come out eventually. His brother went as far as making a post because everybody was so on his back saying that you caused his death. You posted with the stacks of money, you're flexing. You're the ones that made them do it. And he had to make a post. He posted some throwback photos of him and he was saying, you people have no sympathy. No heart. And it's true. There was a time period when somebody died. It doesn't matter how much beef you have with them. That's it. You don't speak on them. That's it. You keep it moving. You show respect. Nowadays, hell no. I don't know if people taking off of what's happening in Chicago with them dissing the dead ops, but everybody seems to be disrespecting the dead. Pop Smoke died. One of the biggest things you should know when somebody dies, they're going to receive some fake love. It's levels to it, but I'm seeing Pop Smoke's receiving a lot of fake love. You know what I mean? I'm seeing people that I know personally talking about him, and I'm like, bro, you never once told me about him. You never rocked him. I never heard you listen to his music. When Meeting the Woo just dropped, I posted Dreaming on my social media. And I'm not saying social media validates anything, but I mean, you post fucking your hand and say 9:52 a.m. on your Snapchat, you will post other artists you're listening to. So you never once can post Pop Smoke or post other artists that you're listening to or the one that you're so-called crying over or feel some type of way. You can't tell me that there's not no fake love around. Some of these people can't even tell you a song that he has made besides Welcome to the Party, which is a remix, if I'm not mistaken. So a lot of fake love was there. There was some disrespect as well. People were saying that he was dumb for putting his address on his IG story. It was dumb, but that doesn't make him dumb for doing that. We all make mistakes. Some people are saying that, hey, they don't, he's this or he's that or he was a gang member, he got what he deserved. The disrespect was there. And what really hurt me about his death, look, all of us, whether you're underground, you're a new rapper, you're unknown, we're in the rap game. Our main aim is to make money and leave a legacy and help others. More rappers are on the money side of things, but basically that's it in a nutshell for what most rappers, if not all rappers, want to do in this game. I'm a rapper myself. I'm still in the starting stages of my thing, still practicing, still getting better, still working on the flows, still learning different aspects of the rap game. I want to master it. I just don't want to just get a flow or get a good song and that's it. I want to master the whole game. I'm taking my time. You have artists out there who's rushing their process. They're doing music videos as quick as possible, letting out their Viva channel. Everybody has different mindsets to this. But we're all one. We're all in the same department. Rap is the department and we're the employees. We're the call center agents. We have the same aim. To make as much out of this as possible. So it hurt me. You see so many unknown rappers dying and such. It hurts me, and this one hurts even more because he was just 20. He was just getting started. I think, shout out to Cash Dog. She said it best. He was just getting started. And they took him away. 20 years old. And Boozy and Vlad and, they always be like, you always get killed in the city. Anytime you get big, you gotta leave the city, bro. You gotta leave the city. They gonna kill you in the city. Tupac wasn't murdered in his city. Tupac was murdered in Las Vegas. Tupac is from the East Coast. Harlem, to be exact. I think it's Harlem, specifically. Yeah. Biggie wasn't murdered in his city. Biggie was murdered in Cali, Los Angeles. Pop Smoke wasn't murdered in his city. Pop Smoke was murdered in Beverly Hills. So miss me with the bullshit. It doesn't matter where you are as a person. Your city or not, you can get killed. It's really sad. I think everybody's so quick to play Nancy Drew and Hardy Boys and Miss Investigator like they have a fucking bachelor's degree in criminology. I'm just sitting back and I'm waiting for the police to do their reports and make investigations and see what happened. Because, if you follow social media and these people, you won't be going anywhere in your life. With your life. But I would like to be the first to say I don't think people have made much emphasis on this. But condolences to his family. Condolences to his mother. Recently he was arrested for a stolen Rolls Royce. His mother had put up their home to bail him out. He eventually got bailed out. Condolences to his day one friends who grew up with him, whether they were gang affiliated or not. Condolences to anybody who had known him before and watched his journey. Condolences to his real supporters. Fuck the fake love and fuck the fake fans. Fuck the people who only know Welcome to the Party as his only song. They can't name more songs that he done. They weren't bumping him until he died. If you weren't bumping someone before they died, that says a lot. I'm a type of person that, if I wasn't listening to you before, I'm not gonna be killing up myself to listen to you after. Even when Little Peep died, I didn't listen to him. I always knew of him, but I never listened to him. And after that, I still didn't listen. Same thing with Nipsey. I don't show fake love like not because they die gonna validate, say, okay, let me look on your music. No. It's R.I.P to them, but it's a reason why I wasn't listening. Not saying that they don't have good quality, but probably how they rap or probably their style or, everybody has their own taste in music. It just wasn't mine aura. Same if people want to listen to me. It goes both ways. That's just my thing. R.I.P. to Pop Smoke, murdered at the tender age of 20. Condolences to his family, his mother, his real supporters, not the fake ones, the real supporters, and his real day ones, I cried, man. I cried when I got the news. It really hit me. Because I fucked with him. He's the most recent rapper that I fuck with so heavily because last year is when things really started popping off for him. And he's gone. I think the last time I cried over a rapper was Mac Miller. I think I've only cried over 4 rappers in my life. Tupac, Biggie, Mac Miller, and now Pop Smoke. So, yeah. It is what it is. It's sad that when Mac Miller died, I was bumping Swimming heavily. And just to get the news, because Swimming came out in August 2018 and he died September 2018. So yeah. R.I.P. Pop Smoke. You never know when your life gonna be gone. People always talk about death too much. Well, you see why. Because you're here one day and you're gone the next. Life is short. Don't take a lot of. There's so many things people take seriously that they shouldn't. And even when they reach that point that they know that now, they care less too much. So they overdo it. Don't take this life too serious, bro. You're not going to be here forever. You never know who's going to take you out. You can reach your success and work so hard for something, just like Pop Smoke, and it can be taken in just minutes. So just do the best you can do. Have good intentions. You know, I told this to one of my niggas recently. Have good intentions. Do what you do. Move good as it relates to your whereabouts and how you move in the streets. And just do what you can do. And hey, if you leave, if they take you out, it's just life. At least